Welcome to Empowered Wellness with Sheetal. I'm so grateful that you've joined me today for our guided meditation. And for today's meditation, I thought we would practice a particular type of breath awareness meditation. And this particular meditation is one that comes from the Buddhist teachings. And in fact, it's the beginning of a meditation, a breath awareness meditation that Buddha himself really emphasized and practiced in order to achieve the self-realization, the self-awakening. So it's a little different from what you may be used to, because if you've been joining me for these meditations, you know that I often, in fact almost always, start with focus on the breath, and I invite you to use the breath as an anchor in order to bring our minds inward and away from the distractions of the external world, and then also away from our own mental distractions. So this may be familiar. Using the breath may be a familiar thing to you, and also in your own meditation practice, it may be something that you rely on. And in this case today, though, what's different is that instead of harnessing the breath and using it to achieve a certain experience, we will instead allow the experience of breath awareness to simply be what it is. So, for example, in the past, we've done 6 breaths a minute, the 365 breath. We've done visualization of breath. So we've harnessed the breath to achieve a certain experience in our bodies and in our minds. And today, instead of trying to change the breath in any way, we'll simply observe the breath and deepen our awareness of the breath. So we're allowing ourselves to tap into the raw sensation and the raw quality of our breathing. So it might be interesting, especially if you've relied on the breath as a tool in the past, to notice what comes up for you, and maybe if this becomes challenging for you, because I know for myself, I do rely on using the breath a certain way to create that inward focus. So let's see what comes up, and I'll guide you through that, and hopefully you'll have an interesting and enjoyable experience as we do some breath awareness today. So let's get settled in our seat, as always, finding that nice comfortable seat, whether you're on the floor, whether you're sitting in a chair. Allow your lower body to ground. So if you are sitting on the floor, I always do recommend elevating the hips slightly so that the pelvis can be more upright. That means your spine is a little more upright and lifted. Knees are either at the level of the hips or lower than the hips. And that just allows us to be more comfortable in our seat as we hold this posture during our meditation. And if you're sitting in a chair, plant those feet flat, no crossing of the legs. Allow yourself to be supported. If you need to bring any kind of cushion behind you, feel free to lean back on something. Just allow that spine to be nice and tall at the same time. So once we've found our comfortable seat, I invite you to close your eyes. And let's first just settle into that seat, settling the physical body. So allowing the lower body to settle downward, perhaps feeling the weight of your feet against the floor, feeling the weight of your legs sinking downward, feeling the weight of your hips and your sit bones sinking into your seat. And imagining that lower body becoming a base or a foundation for our upper body, I invite you to gently lift that spine. So making a gentle effort, perhaps taking a nice big breath in as you make that gentle effort, to just lift that spine, relax the shoulders back and down, perhaps even move the shoulders a few times to create some more ease. Relaxing the face. I always say give yourself a nice big smile, and that always helps to soften the face. Relaxing the jaw, the forehead, the eyes. And once the physical body feels more at ease, feels supported, feels settled, I'll invite you now to begin noticing the flow of breath. So first, just take your awareness to your nostrils. Bring your mind's eye, your awareness to your nostrils, and simply notice the sensation of breath as it enters through your nostrils. Focusing on nothing else but that sensation at your nose, at your nostrils, where the breath enters your body. How does that feel? Do you notice the coolness of sensation? Do you notice something else? Continuing to notice the sensation of breath, the feeling of breath at your nostrils as you breathe in. I invite you to follow that breath further inward then. Where do you feel it next in your body? Do you feel it further up within your nose? Do you feel the sensation somewhere else, perhaps the back of your throat? Do you feel the sensation of breath filling your lungs? Really tuning in to the nuances of your breath, the flow. And notice if you automatically begin to make effort around that breath, perhaps in order to lengthen it, smooth it, slow it, or perhaps to visualize it. And if you do, it's okay. Just observe that tendency or that perhaps habit. And give yourself permission to release that effort. And instead to just allow the breath to flow as it will in this moment, whatever that might be. Whether it's short or long, fast or slow. See if you can simply be with the flow, whatever it is. Continuing to focus on the sensations of that breath, whatever it is. As it comes in through the nostrils, as it flows into your body. And if at any point the mind does get distracted and you begin to wander off into other thoughts, again, it's okay. Acknowledge that that is what's happening and gently bring yourself back. Bring that focus back to the nostrils, feeling the sensation of breath. the raw feeling of breath at your nostrils moving into the body, through the nose, into the lungs. And then also begin to notice the flow of breath as it leaves the body. Do you notice a pause after the inhale before you begin to exhale? Do you notice if you are somehow manipulating that pause in some way? Perhaps extending it or holding your breath without realizing it? Can you just let it be? Allow the pause to happen naturally and allow the exhalation to begin naturally. Often bringing awareness to the breath causes us to change it in some way, to affect it in some way. In this practice, we bring awareness to the breath without affecting it at all. We allow for any and all sensations to be experienced. As the breath exits your body, notice how that flow feels back through the nostrils, bringing awareness once again to the nostrils, but this time on the exhalation. What is the raw sensation of breath as it leaves your body, leaves the nostrils? I invite you to simply stay aware of the full cycle of breathing as it comes in through the nostrils, enters the body, flows through the lungs, and as it then leaves once again through the nostrils. Simply allowing it to be whatever it is today. Allowing yourself to experience the raw sensations of breath without changing it, without affecting it, and simply being with your breath. Once again, tap in to the flow of breath and feel it through your body. Noticing the movements of the body, the rise and fall of the chest and the abdomen, reconnecting to the physical body. Becoming aware of the face, the shoulders, the arms, your lifted spine. Becoming aware of your lower body, your seat, your legs. And bringing your hands to your heart space, bowing the head towards your heart. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, peace, and joy. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. So I hope you enjoyed this breath awareness meditation. Perhaps it was a little different than what you may have experience with. And perhaps it'll be something you continue to practice as a way of not only pursuing self-awareness, self-realization, but just as a way to calm the nervous system. It's a beautiful practice for soothing the nervous system and for creating sensations of calm and grounding to the mind-body. So until next time, enjoy, be well. If you liked this meditation, come back next week. Also, you can choose to like it down below. You might also choose to subscribe so you can be notified of when I post these meditations as well as other content. So I hope you do come back and join me. Thank you and be well.